Okay, so now that you've gotten into the editing section of your website, you've customized your font for your headings, you've gotten your colors right, now we get to change the pictures, the images on your website. This is super easy. Go over to your picture, click on it, click on the little pencil. You're going to have an option to replace your image. You can upload a file, then you go to wherever you stored your pictures and pick whatever pictures you want to add to that specific section. So let's add this one. And you can see Squarespace adjusts it so that it fits into that block very nicely. If you want to change the focal point, you can move it around there. And if you want to edit it, you even have an option over there. So in your editor, you can make it brighter, you can make it darker, you can even crop. So if you decide, all right, you just want this bit of the picture, you're going to hit save. It's going to change that. All right, and so you've adjusted your picture right there. So you can go ahead and change all of the pictures on your site. If you want to change the header, you can see you can't really select it. It's not exactly the same. So you can go to Edit Section, Background, and that's where you're going to find your picture. Like I said, I like to use something that is darker. Here we go. So that you can actually see the text without too much busyness in the background. There we go. So on this one, I do have an overlay. So you can change the overlay capacity, which means it'll get darker, or if you want it brighter to stand out like that. I like using it darker so that you can actually see the text better. If you don't want a picture, you can just delete that, and then you have a plain background based on the themes over here. So when it's time to choose the main picture of your website, or any picture where you have an overlay, you might have this problem where the overlay doesn't look quite nice, but you don't want to change the picture and you don't want to change the color across the whole entire website. So how do you adjust this? So you're going to go to Edit Section, you're going to go to Color. Now you can see these are the presets that we got for the different sections. This means that this is the preset for this particular block. That's what's being applied, and you can see it's a very faded, sort of dull color that doesn't make the text pop as well. When you get into that preset, you can see section background and background overlay. That's what we have here. So let's change that. Squarespace is awesome because we can either choose it according to our palette or we can customize it entirely. So I want to stick with this blue and maybe just make it a bit darker. So you just drag it down here until it's the way you want it. So I like that because it makes the text pop. The pink really pops against that. So let's stick with that. And that's all you need to do to change the overlay of that particular section. Close that up. And then we can see what that looks like. That looks really, really nice compared to what it was 2 seconds ago. Don't forget to hit save. So next I'm going to show you how to change the text of your website, as well as fix things like this, where because we have a preset, it changed the color, but this is not popping. So I'm going to show you how to fix that.